Hi guys! Welcome to my kitchen and my bright backlight right here. So, I hope we're all doing good today. Um, no, I don't want to share to groups. Thanks. Thanks for the tip. No. Thanks for the tip. No. Okay, so today we are making zucchini fries. I found these gorgeous little puppies. Look at them, they're so cute. Um, at the farmer's market, and I was like, baked zucchini fries. Sounds delicious and nutritious. Good snack, good side, good anything all around. So, my zucchini is washed. I'm going to show you how we're going to cut them. I'm going to do this with some almond flour. What you can do is substitute the almond flour for regular flour. And you can also throw in there if you want to, what is that? If you want to throw a little bit of like breadcrumb in there too, you could. You can even substitute the flour for breadcrumbs and forget all the seasoning I'm going to use. So there's lots of ways you can make this to suit your dietary needs. I'm going to use an egg. You don't have to use an egg if you don't. You could, if you're vegan, you can use the substitute like a chia egg or stuff like that. I believe it's chia or what is this stuff called? Oh wait, I have it. Flaxseed. You can make a flaxseed egg, and I know you can do that because I use flaxseed in my smoothies. But okay, so that's that. My oven is preheated to 475. 475? I lied. 425. 425. And if you get 2 medium zucchinis, that's more than enough for the amount that I'm going to show you what we're measuring out. I need my half cup. No, I forgot something. I always forget something. My half cup. I need my half cup. Because we're going to use a half cup of almond flour and a half cup of pecorino romano. Now, because I'm using pecorino romano cheese, okay, let me say it slower. Pecorino romano. If you just use romano, it's not the same as pecorino romano. Pecorino romano is, I think, more flavorful. It's saltier as well. So you don't need salt in this. You have pecorino romano, it's enough. So I'm going to use almond flour. I'm going to try this as like a lower carb snack. But again, you could substitute the almond flour for regular flour, or you can bypass this and all the seasonings I'm going to show you and the pecorino romano. I would use less pecorino romano. I would still put it in. And just use breadcrumbs and bake it that way. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take a half a cup of this. I'm going to bring you down to over here. Oh, I also am lining my pan with parchment paper. Now, I was going to just spray it with some tin foil, but I did something recently and I saw it like stuck really like a lot to it, and it was just a pain to clean. So lining it with parchment paper, it definitely won't stick. And it'll still brown. So that's what I'm doing. All right, so here's what we're doing. Here we go. I'm going to put a half a cup of my flour in here. So if you're gluten intolerant, this is good. I'm going to put a little less than half a cup of my pecorino romano. Ooh, okay, yeah, like I'm just under half a cup. I mean, it's pretty much a half a cup. I'm going to put that in there. Okay. Done and done. Then I'm going to put half a teaspoon of all my seasoning. Now, if you use Italian breadcrumbs that are seasoned, you don't need to do any of this. I would put a cup of the breadcrumbs, and then we're going to use an egg wash. Here we go. So I normally don't measure out my garlic. I usually just I'm like, oh, that looks like enough. But I'm like, let me do that for the sake of everything. All right, so a half a teaspoon of everything. So if you have something that's like Italian seasoning, just use 2 tablespoons of that. if it's already mixed. If you have like a bunch of different things like I am, I'm just doing a half a teaspoon of each. So it's parsley, garlic, basil. I'm not even using my fresh basil leaves. Okay, this is gonna be a little more basil, but that's okay. All right, there you go. Good enough. And I'm putting a little black pepper. I gotta be careful with this. Up. That's enough. All right, I'm gonna mix that all around in there. And I'm gonna put it to the side. All right, that goes to the side over here. We're gonna put an egg wash in here. I'm just gonna scramble one egg, dip it in here, and dip it in here and bake it. But first, we've got to make our fries. So, here's our handy dandy little. What I tried to do is I saw there was a bunch of little ones. So I cut off the ends. I saw, you could see how big this is, right? Okay. You see how thin it is? It's not really. I looked for the thinner ones. So I could just cut it down the middle. Be very careful cutting, guys. Cut them like that. It's like a boat. Cut them in half. And then what you do is you cut them into your little fries. Like this. And they look like this. These are your fries. So here's one right here, right? You can make 3 of them. Let me do it this way. 1, 2, 3. If you want them thinner, you can make them thinner. I think this is fine. So this is pretty much the thickness of it. You don't want anything thicker than that. You want them like French fries. So here, I'm going to do it this way so you can see it better. Put those over here so you can see it. So here's one fry. Here's another fry. And I'm going to make this into, let's make these a little thinner. So you can make them really thin. That's really thin. Or you can make them thicker. You can get at least, if you get a skinny one like this, you can make 3 to 4 out of them. All right. So this recipe really calls for 2 medium-sized ones, so I bought 4 small ones so I could do this. Again, looking for the skinniest ones. And me, personally, I could just pop zucchini fries in my mouth like all day because they're delicious. I love zucchini, as you all probably know already from my past recipes. But it's also, this is a good time to go buy it too. It's on sale. You can buy it at farmers markets. I bought this at the farmers market for 99 cents a pound. Okay, so yeah. You can make your fries as thick or as thin as you want. So there they are. That's good. It goes there. You go over there. And here we go. Alright, so I'm going to finish cutting this one up. And then I'm going to show you how we put it in the egg wash and everything else. Ooh, this one I really made thin. That's a little too thin, but we'll try it. We'll see how it comes out. I'm sure it'll be fine. Also, keep in mind, the more zucchini you get, the more you have to cut it up. And me, personally, I find the cutting part more tiring than actually getting everything together. I know it sounds silly, but chopping and cutting, it's no joke. That's why you have different people on the line in a restaurant. You know, you have the people who saute things, the people who prep things, the people who boil pastas and make meats. There's a reason for that. There's a method behind the madness. Because chopping up stuff is an art unto itself. All right. Here's my last 4. I'm going to get them done. Get them done. Get them done. And if you don't find green squash, well, this is zucchini, right? It's squash. If you don't find green, you can always use yellow too. It would be fine and just as tasty. There we go. Uh-oh. Where are my zucchini? I'm going to try this one in half again. Okay, there we go. Yeah, because it was a little thick. Okay, almost there, guys. Chop, chop. And I do this one again. Chop. So you can when you order these in a restaurant, or lots of pizza places have them too. They're deep fried. This is a little bit of a healthier option because they're baked. But I'm not gonna lie, flavor wise, you still have a lot of flavor. Anytime you use really good seasoning. Uh-oh. That's not a fry. All right, I'm gonna cut that off right there. Okay, that's a fry. That's not a fry. All right. I don't know how those are gonna come out, but okay. I don't know about those. But anytime you use really good seasoning, it's gonna be delicious. So just keep that in mind. If you're like, but it's not crunchy. Oh, it'll be crunchy. Don't you worry. And if you're an older tween or somebody who is allowed to use a knife, this is good knife skills to learn. All right, I'm done. I'm not going to use these two. All right. So next thing I'm going to do is put this over here, put that over there, egg wash, this, and my pan. Parchment paper on my pan. Okay, let's get my egg out. I think I have one. Oh no, I have two left. Okay. So what I'm going to do is just to, let the egg, I don't guess expand, but like to let it go farther, the egg, I'm going to put a little water in it. Just to, I guess it thins it out a little bit, but it also creates a little more liquid. Alright, so I'm over here getting some liquid in for my egg, and then just a little bit. Can't even tell. Can you tell? No. Okay. That's what I thought. Eat it. Eat it. Alright, guys. Let me introduce you to my new favorite little whisk. I mean, this thing makes me so happy. It's so cute and tiny. I was like, why don't I have a little one when I was doing one of these programs? And I realized, I was like, I need one of those little ones. This is so much better. And you want to know where I got it? Dollar store. Yeah, dollar store. And I love it. It's awesome. All right, we're done. Bye-bye. Here's what we do. Dip some of our fries in the egg. Dip a bunch of them. I like to get a fork. Fork. Okay, just easier. Make sure they have a nice wash on them. This will make this stick. See? And now it looks like that. Just like that. There's your fry. Now we're going to put that on there. Hang on, guys. Sorry. There's something like messages here. Okay. So, let's see. Can you see? You don't need to see all of that. Move this over. I always want you to see what's going on here. So, okay. And that is what you're going to do until they're all coated and ready to go. That's why it's easier to use a fork with these. Just poke them and go. Okay. And into the little dredging fun part, yeah. Okay, down we go. And so zucchini, when you bake it, it gets nice and tender. So I believe these should probably have, this is my first time baking these like this, but all the zucchini I've made, when I roast it, I usually bake it for about 20 minutes. That's what you're going to do with this, but you're going to flip them halfway through. So So you're going to put them in for 10 minutes. Take them out. Put them in for another 10 minutes so they get a nice crunch and brown, even brownness on each side. And that's all you're doing. So you just take a bunch of fries, put them in your egg wash, take them, put them in your... That's why if you just use breadcrumbs, it'll be the same thing. It depends on your dietary restrictions. It depends on if you're gluten intolerant. These would be good with panko too. Another idea. If there's flavored panko breadcrumbs and you do exactly what I just did with cutting them up and putting them in an egg wash, like I said, if they're flavored panko, bypass all the seasoning and the pecorino romano and just use that. That'll be delicious. And they'll be crunchy. This is something I wanted to try because I've been cooking with I'm baking with almond flour lately. So and the other thing I like about this is I love snack food. Who doesn't love snack food, right? Snack food is the best. So I wanted to try this because I like to have a snack. And if I'm going to have a snack, it might as well be yummy and fairly good for me. Also, zucchini I find to be very, very sweet as far as like vegetables go. And it's, you know, I hardly ever flinch or make a face when I eat it. I think I make more of a face when I eat broccoli than I do zucchini. And I like broccoli. I think when it comes to vegetables or anything else, it's all in how you prepare and how you season. Any good chef will tell you. There's... Oh... One just fell. Hopefully Bella doesn't eat him. I don't think she likes zucchini. Yeah, any good chef will tell you. You need, you know, salt, pepper, basics for cooking anything. And this has it all. The salt is in the pecorino romano. And I put a little pepper in there. I can fit more up here. Now remember, when you turn these too, I'm going to show you what they look like. This is how the pan looks, right? I have some room right here, so I'm going to add more right there. So, you know, just make sure you have enough room so they can evenly bake and they're not crowded and you can turn them. This one here. I think that's going to be it for this pan. And then I'll just do another pan in a sec. Alright. So there's my pan. These are going in for 10 minutes. Oh, wait. I see room. I see room. The more I get in on this one, the less I have to do for the next one. Okay. There. Eat. Wait. There you go. That's good. Okay. Here's all my fries. They're going to go in for 10 minutes. I'm going to flip them after 10 minutes, and then the next batch will go in. And while the next batch bakes, I'll eat this batch. See? So you compare this with your favorite... Hi guys. You can pair this with your favorite dip. You can eat them plain. Oh, you can also dip them if you want into a little marinara sauce. Whatever you want. I mean, you really can't go wrong with any kind of dips. I'm a very big fan of tzatziki. Tzatziki is a yogurt dip with garlic and dill and cucumbers in it. I have a feeling this would be really good in it. I'll let you know. But I would just eat them like this because all the seasonings is like my faves. So I'm gonna put this in for 425, 10 minutes, flip them after 10 minutes, so a total of 20 minutes. And that is it. So can make these over the weekend for 4th of July, snack on them, eat them for dinner, whatever you want. Okay, so I will see you guys next week. Have a great 4th of July. Bye.